very much, ladies and gentlemen. Could I ask you to please take your seats?
Là, quand tu ris, quand tu pleures, quand plus rien ne compte à tes yeux, c'est la vie, n'aie pas peur, y a un monde plus fort que nous deux, qui a dit que les fleurs ne poussent que près de chez eux. Là, ils diront que c'est mieux qu'on se quitte à mon amour, la raison vaudrait mieux qu'on se laisse, mais mon amour, je me souviens encore quand tu me disais, Ya Habibi. On se disait pour la vie, j'ai juré ta copie, Ya Habibi. Là, quand je pleure, quand je crie, je sais que tu es là. Je me perds dans le lit, quand toi tu n'es pas. On me dit, prends le lit, mais je ne pense qu'à toi. Là, dans mon cœur, ça fait mal, je ne fais qu'y penser. Quand mes yeux font des larmes, quand les choses m'ont blessé, je me souviens encore quand tu me disais, Ya Habibi, Ya Habibi. On se disait pour la vie, j'ai juré ta copie, Ya Habibi. Ya Habibi, Ya Habibi, Ya Habibi, Ya Habibi, Ya Habibi, Ya Habibi. On se disait pour la vie, j'ai juré ta copie, Ya Habibi, Ya Habibi, Ya Habibi. On se disait pour la vie, j'ai juré ta copie, Ya Habibi, Ya On se disait pour la vie, j'ai juré ta copie, Ya
Thank you so much, Celine. What a fantastic song. And for those of you that don't know Celine, I think, can we have some sound? Brilliant. Well done, Celine. A lovely way to start the evening. For those of you that don't know Celine D. Matahari Paye, she's a 14-year-old French-Indonesian singer and songwriter, and she's won several local and national talent competitions, as well as featured on Virgin Radio. She was also at Expo 2020 during the new Seven Wonders of Nature celebration in partnership with the United Nations. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're all pretty excited about this evening's awards ceremony. I think we can give you the first award for being so on time actually today. Very, very impressive, so thank you so much for all your enthusiasm. My name's Sarah Cocker. I'm going to be your MC for this evening. On behalf of CPI Industry, I welcome you to the 12th Annual Climate Control Awards. And I think you need to give yourself a round of applause for all those people that are going to win awards tonight, but also those that are running up and the teams behind the people that make those award winners, because we know there's a lot of people behind the scenes that work super, super hard to make all of this happen tonight. Well, tonight we are going to be presenting 25 categories. That's 7 more than last year's award and a new record for an event in this type of niche industry. During the course of the evening, we're going to be recognising those organisations and individuals belonging to the HVACR and allied industries for the impact that they've had on the socio-economic and sustainable development outcomes. Now, over the years, Climate Control Middle East and, of course, Climate Control Awards have stood for that honest appraisal of efforts to safeguard people and the planet and to ensure the good health and support for various industries and other wheels of the economy. And this evening is all about the results of that appraisal. So, on to my first order of business today, and it gives me great pleasure to invite to the stage Surendra Balakrishnan. I'm sure you know him well. He is the co-founder and editorial director of CPI Industry and the editor of Climate Control Middle East magazine, to give this evening's opening address. Surendra.
I'm just going to begin with an apology because we started a bit late and kept you waiting, but I suppose it's all good and we should be on time. So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of CPI Industry and Climate Control Middle East magazine, I'm delighted to welcome you to the 12th edition of the Climate Control Awards. The FIFA World Cup is a universal language of choice at this point in time, and it's a very hard act to beat, but we're going to try very hard this evening. Luckily, there's no match scheduled for today, so we're all good. But I know that many of you would much rather be making plans to watch the matches either live or in some television simulated fan zone. So that's good. So we are lucky today that way we don't have a match. But Frederick Paye, my colleague, whom you all know so well, he would much rather be in Qatar. And that's him. He's looking all solemn and dignified. Somewhere I can't see him now. Frederick, there he is. Okay. But this was about 4 or 5 years ago. No, sorry. 2 or 3 World Cups ago. And France wasn't doing that great at that time. But now they're doing well. So you can just imagine how it must be at this point in time. And it hasn't changed. I mean, he's still the same. He's still face painting and shouting and screaming with joy whenever someone scores a goal in France. And I have some videos to show of that, but they're a bit disturbing. So we have kids in the auditorium, so I'm not going to show you those. Sorry, Frederick, you didn't see this coming, I think, right? So let's focus on the task at hand, which is to give away trophies, and that's what we are gathered here today. And as per tradition, we have multiple categories this evening, so we're quite excited about that. And we also have a tradition of giving a theme to the awards, and it's basically the theme reflects the aspirations of what we do as Climate Control Middle East magazine, which is we base our efforts on socio-economic development and sustainable development. When it comes to comfort cooling, in particular, we know the demand of ARC units is going up. According to a 2018 study by the University of Birmingham in the United Kingdom, the number of cooling devices the world over will rise to 14 billion by 2050 from the 2018 figure of 3.6 billion cooling devices. That's a phenomenal number. And over the next 30 years, 19 cooling appliances will be sold every second. So these figures reflect just how relevant we are at a global scale. They also reflect the challenges confronting us. Most importantly, our ability to mitigate climate change, considering the high energy burden of operating air conditioning units, and to ensure a healthy built environment through sophisticated indoor air quality interventions. It is widely agreed we need our cooling approaches to be affordable, reliable, operationally cost efficient, scalable, easy to source, easy to install, easy to service, including availability of spare parts, energy efficient, resource efficient, compatible with tried and tested renewable energy sources, able to safeguard building occupants and the environment, supportive of the cause of healthy buildings, digitally compatible, and easy to dispose and recycle, in line with circular economy requirements. In addition, it is important that the organizations engaged in providing cooling to the built environment are able to do so in a financially sustainable manner and are also able to protect the interests of their employees. This award ceremony recognizes and honors those that come close to meeting what seem like basic attributes when it comes to comfort cooling. And we have more attributes for ventilation and refrigeration and so on. I know you're eager to find out the results. That's what we are gathered here for. But as we have said numerous times in the past editions of the Climate Control Awards, for us, for Frederick and I, it's not about the pomp and ceremony of doing the awards. If truth be said, we get less joy by doing so. And I'm going to quote a brief anecdote. This is from the Barcelona Olympics many years ago, 1992. And a journalist asked the Dalai Lama what he thought of the Olympic Games. His reply was brief and yet profound. He said, "More will lose than win." And nothing saddens Frederick and I more to see people looking disheartened at not having won. We feel for them and wish we could come up with a different methodology, something that is less painful for those that don't make the cut. But for now, this is a model we have to live with, and there would be winners and there would be those that won't make it to the stage, this evening at least. So it is not the pomp and ceremony that excites us the most. We are more interested in the efforts that lead to this stage. We would consider our job done if organizations have the awards in the back of their mind all year through while taking decisions on cooling, ventilation, and cold chain, of how to provide the best possible solutions that would support the welfare of the planet and all its living and non-living components. We see the awards as a filter that instigates restraint, commitment, determination, innovation, and transformation. And I'm talking about true transformation, like the invention of the wheel, like the invention of the mobile type press, like the internet. And since we are in the mood for sports, like the Fosbury flop. You might have heard of the American athlete Dick Fosbury, who won the gold medal in the high jump event in the 1968 Summer Olympic Games in Mexico City. He introduced the backward flop technique, which is widely regarded as the most optimal method to clear the bar, the one where he could challenge his competitors to a higher setting of the bar and clear it comfortably without toppling it. Till Fosbury came along, athletes adopted the straddle technique, the scissors jump among others. That was because they were safe to execute, considering that the landing surfaces were sand pits and low piles of mattresses. When it was announced that the Mexico Games would have high foam landing surfaces, Dick Fosbury decided to execute what came to be known as a Fosbury flop. And he became the first to execute it at the Olympic Games, and as you can see in the picture, he won the gold medal that year. Dick Fosbury transformed the sport to the extent that today most athletes use this technique. By the way, Dick Fosbury is an engineer by profession. just to make you feel thrilled about it. So the Fosbury Flop, as it came to be known after its name, is an example of transformation. There is another lesson in this story, which is of collaboration. Because the high foam mat was allowed, it created an opportunity for Dick Fosbury to innovate in a safe manner. There is a lesson in this for us of collaborating to create the right environment for innovation. And it can apply, as I said, as much to our industry. Though we did not explicitly say so, collaboration leads to outcomes that this awards exercise judged companies on. And innovation has always been a strong part of the awards evaluation fabric. Speaking of evaluation, we substantially changed the methodology to make it more stringent than ever and to ensure we left very little to chance to arrive at the names of shortlisted entries and the winners. To give an example, we modified the face-to-face Q&A sessions this year in such a way that the questions were not necessarily based on those that applicants were required to submit as a written document. We did this to test the spontaneity of response and the breadth and depth of knowledge beyond the realm of core focus of activity of manufacturers, suppliers, consultants, contractors, and end users, to name just a few of the contestants this year. By the way, the Q&A session had a weightage of 30%, which just goes to show the significance we attach to that part of the awards evaluation exercise. So now it's one thing to arrive at a methodology, but it's quite another to execute it without a flaw. And for that, Frederick and I are thankful to the members of the awards jury committee for their time, commitment, earnestness, and willingness to probe deeper. To each and every one of them, I say this: thank you very much indeed. If you can please join in a round of applause, because believe me, they worked extremely hard to arrive at the names of shortlisted companies and winners. My thanks also go to all of you that took the effort, and I would also add the word courage, to send in your entries. And believe me, it takes a lot of courage, because you always know that yes, you could win, but at the same time you might not make it. And so I would just say that it was a tremendous effort, and this year we had a record number of entries. So I would say that even those of you that are going to go away from here as shortlisted companies, you have all the reason to feel proud, because the competition was just that much more tough this year. And finally, my thanks to all of you gathered here. Thank you for taking the time and effort to come to this wonderful, wonderful venue. I really hope you have a pleasant and beneficial evening. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Well, great thanks there to Surinder for what I think we can all agree is a very thoughtful opening and address. And I'd like to just echo some of the themes that he brought up there that will carry on through the award ceremony this evening. As he mentioned, they've been possible thanks to diligence and, quite frankly, a lot of hard work from the distinguished members of the jury and representatives from the auditing firm Bin Kadam Radha and Company. They were the moderators of the entire awards process this year. And as mentioned, they approached the evaluation of those entries with incredible earnestness, dedication and sincerity, and of course their own personal time as well, which we all know is pretty valuable in our busy lives here in Dubai. So with that, CPI would love to honour them for their exemplary service to the industry, as they're very much part of the grand narrative that we must sustain to push the boundaries on technological innovation, collaboration and of course cooperation as well. So, to honour the judges, may I once call again back to the stage, Surinder, can't go too far, I'm going to make you work hard this evening. And as you know, he's the co-founder and editorial director of CPI Industries. He is going to honour those that we just mentioned, so I'd now like to invite to the stage the judges and representatives from Bin Kadam Radha and Company. And ladies and gentlemen, the distinguished judges of the 2022 Climate Control Awards are Dr. Iyad Al-Atta, Independent Indoor Air Quality and Air Filtration Consultant from Kuwait. He's also a visiting academic fellow at the School of Aerospace Transport and Manufacturing at Cranfield University, UK. So we would love for you to come up to the stage to get some well-deserved recognition. Congratulations. And we'd love you to stay on the stage because we're going to grab a photo. So Mr. Carlos Amaya, Senior Specialist from Demand Side Management at the Abu Dhabi Department of Energy. If you'd like to join us as well on the stage, please. I'm making you walk a long way this evening. Evie Bustansi, C-level executive from the UAE, to also join us up on stage for some well-deserved recognition. So Evie, are you here? Looking out to the crowd. Not yet? Okay, well maybe she can pop along later on. Mr. Robert Davis, Operations Director at Advisory Services Middle East at WSP. Please come and join us as well. We get some great pictures here this evening. And there's your certificate of appreciation. And Miss Omnia Halawani, co-founder and co-CEO of GRFN, if you'd like to join us up on the stage. Here comes Omnia. Well done. 4 judges so far, a few more to join because a really broad panel to create the awards for this evening. So now we would like to invite Dr. P.R. Jagarthan. He is the Senior General Manager of Sustainability at Sobha Realty, based here, as we know, in the UAE. Thank you for joining us. Dr. Jagannathan. Well done. And Mr. Mansour Al Karoub, Senior Manager at Katib and Alami, UAE, based here in Dubai. Please come on, receive your award. We would now like for Mr. Sugata Nandi, founder and CEO of 3E Advisory, to join us. He, as you might well know, is an author of the book Energy Management in Real Estate, Secrets to Success, and he was chairperson of the jury for these 2022 Climate Control Awards. So welcome to the stage, Mr. Nandi. Many congratulations. 2 more people now to invite up to the stage to make up the panel that's based here locally this evening. Mr. Kurdish Singh Sabrawal, he is the Regional Director of Engineering at the Oberoi Hotels and Resorts. We would love you to come and join us. See you in the room. Can I see some movement? Yes. Congratulations, Mr. Sabrawal. Well done. And from P&T Architects and Engineers, we would like to invite Mr. Rehan Shahid. Here comes Mr. Shahid. gentlemen. And finally, if I could invite Mr. Krishnan Uni Madathil. He is the Chartered Accountant and Audit Partner at Bin Kadim Radha and Company, and the auditing firm that monitored the entire awards exercise. A heavy weight on his shoulders. Job well done. Congratulations. What an amazing panel. I think we'll line up for a shot of everyone there for the whole panel. And of course, don't forget that the panel went even further than our esteemed guests here this evening. They were also based in Europe, India, and as far away as the United States. Understandably, they couldn't join us this evening. Also, 2 judges in the UAE unfortunately couldn't join us this evening. But we wanted to recognise the immense time and valuable contribution that they've made to this entire process. So we're just going to read out their names. I'm sure many of you will know them pretty well. I'll start here with Mr. Imtaz Ahmed, Executive Director of Facility Management and HSE at Dubai Holding Asset Management at the UAE. Ms. Holly Chant, the Vice President of Sustainability at Lendlease California, USA. Many of you know her from previous events. Dr. Albipta Ghosh, he is the planetary scientist at NASA based in the USA, and we'll be hearing from him later on. Dr. Kapil Narula, Economic Affairs Officer at the United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Western Asia. Ms. Shamim Rashid Sumar, Senior Vice President for Codes and Standards Advocacy at the National Ready Mix Concrete Association, again based in the States. Mr. Shamik Roy Chowdhury, Director of Premises Administration at RAKBank in the UAE. And Mr. Sanjeev Sinha, President of IT and Digitalization at India Power Corporation based in India. And Mr. Shashi Verma, Chief Technology Officer at Transport for London from the UK, was also part of this esteemed panel. So I think now we're going to take a photo and have a big round of applause for those in the room and those that are based further afield for their contribution today. And maybe we'll squeeze closer together and we have all of your lovely photos behind you. So if we could squeeze in to the side. I think we're looking for a profile shot. Just as well as before dinner. Huge congratulations and well deserved. Well, now it remains for me to invite Mr. Sugata Nandi, the chairperson of that whole jury, to give us an insight into exactly what went on in that evaluation process and what was thought of in the making of these awards. So we would love you to join us here today. Would you like a microphone or to come here?
Calling me to talk?
Yeah.
Good evening, very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. What wonderful weather we are having. What wonderful venue, what wonderful people, and what a wonderful gathering. So congratulations, Climate Control, for putting together a wonderful award ceremony. It has been an absolute pleasure, honor and privilege for me to be associated as one of the jury members for this esteemed award since its beginning way back in 2011. And I remember at that time, in the first edition, there were only 3 jury members, and I have somehow survived this journey well into the 12th year. As you see on the screen, this year we have had a star-studded galaxy panel of jury members from all across the world. That only 2 of the 87 applicants actually crossed the threshold of 80% score, which is I don't know whether to use the word harsh scoring or whether it is real, genuine, stringent evaluation of the entries that came in. And during the scoring process, I was asked by many of the jury members that should we be lenient or should we judge purely on merit, and the advice to them always was that purely judge on merit. because this is the only way we can improve the quality and the only way we can challenge the applicants. As with every other year, the minimum threshold has been 60%, so anybody scoring less than 60% has not even qualified for the shortlisting itself. So that's as far as the award evolution is concerned. It's been an extremely transparent process, very cumbersome, very detail-oriented, particularly with the auditing firm, checking each and every aspect of the scoring sheets, going back to the jury members, multiple back and forth, etc. So I could not have been more satisfied as the chairperson of the jury with the process that we have adopted. I would like to leave you with just two messages. I'm an energy engineer by qualification, not by practice, also by practice, but by qualification from the Indian Institute of Technology. So my whole working career has been revolving around energy efficiency. I came to Dubai in January 2000 when energy efficiency was not even on the radar, and I have had sessions where I presented to chairperson of companies who would actually doze off during the presentation session because energy price was only 20 fils at that time. In fact, in 2001, Sharjah actually reduced the energy tariff from 20 fils to 15 fils. So gone are those days. I think we are in a regime where energy efficiency is key. While energy efficiency is important, I would really urge the industry to look at innovation, different types of innovation, not just innovation for the sake of innovation, even if it is marginal or radical innovation, to look at how the same product can actually deliver multiple services. One of the biggest natural resources that is freely available in the UAE is the relative humidity that is in the environment, and it breaks my heart as an energy engineer to go and walk into FHU rooms and see pure distilled water condensing from the air through the FH unit being connected directly into the drainage system. This is not smart at all. So smart is not just about connected devices or IoT, but also about the right way, practical way of thinking, where we can actually utilize the same machine to deliver multiple purposes. So that is message number one. The second thing that is going to be very, very crucially important for us as a species. Now I do realize the fact that as a species we don't care much about other species, given by the destruction that we have wreaked over the past centuries in destroying different species. So if we want to survive, planet Earth will take care of itself. Mother Nature, the Earth is very well designed scientifically. Everything is going to remain in balance. If it goes out of balance, Mother Nature knows how to bring things into balance. It's us that we should be worried about, not about Mother Earth. Circular economy is going to be the key, more than energy efficiency, more than green hydrogen, more than renewable energy, etc. We cannot simply carry on pumping fresh equipment built from fresh raw materials into the market all the time. We have to figure out ways of embedding circular economy in all our product strategies, in all our construction projects, in all deployment initiatives. So please, I think in one of the 87 applicants, we did come across a mechanism where there's an innovative go-to-market strategy, and when we inquired, we realized that the same innovative strategy can actually be utilized to bring equipment that have reached their useful life back into the system as well, and reuse them, recycle them, refurbish them, whatever is required. So that's going to be the big market, and that is going to be where the biggest impact that we can create as an industry. So with that, I would like to thank you all. Congratulate CPI industry for this wonderful event, for this wonderful exercise, much needed exercise. And in advance, congratulations to all the winners. Congratulations to also who are not going to win tonight, but participated actively and heartily. The good news for you, if you're not winning tonight, is that even the winners did not score too much higher than you. So the gap is not too high. You can bridge it next year. So with that, I'll conclude and wish you all the best. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you very much.
A huge thank you there to Mr. Nandi for, again, some thoughtful comments on the circular economy and talking about that bar being ever higher for these awards this evening. So, of course, just being nominated is in itself a pretty huge accolade. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment that we've all been waiting for, we're going to actually start now the presentation of the 12th Annual Climate Control Awards, and we're going to move to the first category of this evening, and that is Manufacturer Supplier of the Year in Air Treatment. To present the award, may I call to the stage Mr. Azmi Abul Hoda. He is the Managing Director of Energy Consultancy. So if you'd like to join me on the stage to hand out these prizes, please. Thank you very much. And this category attracted 11 entries, and of the 11, 3 companies were shortlisted. So as we said, a lot of interest in this award. So ladies and gentlemen, the shortlisted companies in the category for Manufacturer Supplier of the Year Air Treatment are ACS Climber, BAPI, and Carrier Middle East Limited. So these are our 3 nominees, and when the judges turned in their individual scoring sheets, it turned out that of the 3 shortlisted companies, the top 2 had nearly identical scores. So they decided in their wisdom, given the proximity of their scores, that they would declare 2 joint winners. So we're going to keep you busy tonight with 2 prizes. So ladies and gentlemen, the first joint winner, according to alphabetical order, in this category, Manufacturer Supplier of the Year Air Treatment for 2022, goes to Building Automation Products Incorporated, as we know them, BAPI. So congratulations. Please come to the stage to receive your well-deserved prize. Gentleman's making his way here. Well done. Very well deserved. Fantastic, thank you very much. Would you like to say a few words to your team?
I just want to thank everybody in this industry for making it such a positive experience to try to improve the environments that we live and work in every day, as well as try and save energy and improve the quality of this planet. I'm sorry, my voice is a little gone from the show, but thank you.
Fantastic. And we would like to invite our second winner to the stage. We're keeping Mr. Abul Hoda pretty busy. So the second joint winner, according to alphabetical order, in this category, Manufacturer Supplier of the Year Air Treatment 2022 is, drum roll please, Carrier Middle East Limited. This award's pretty heavy, so we need 2 people to carry it home. Smiling faces to see it here. So we've started off the competition with a double winner in the first category. I can tell you as a sneak preview, there are others. Well done, many congratulations. Would you like to say something to your team?
So what a great start to the evening. So first of all, I would like to thank all the jury members for for the process and for the efforts they have done, and for Carrier to win this particular award. Carrier, as you all know, is the global leader in air conditioning, heating and ventilation, and we have a team of around 55,000 employees all around the world, working day and night to make products which are innovative, and that is where we are proud of them, and that makes us bring here, and we owe a big thanks to all of them. So thank you very much.
Very well done, gentlemen, and thank you, Mr. Abul Hoda, for your cooperation as well there. Well, before we proceed further, just a small housekeeping note. The organisers are requesting that all winners to participate in a photo session outside the hall. I think they want you just round the corner in the foyer there after you've received the award. So the organisers will escort you there, and as per tradition, the subsequent issue of Climate Control Middle East magazine will feature an extensive photo feature on the awards with, of course, the photos of those winners appearing in it more. Furthermore, the names of all the winners will be entered into a raffle prize draw to be conducted by the CPI industry towards the end of the ceremony this evening, and one lucky winner amongst them will receive a voucher worth more than $12,000 for a digital marketing package from Climate Control Middle East magazine, and that will entitle the winner to a month-long banner presence on its online platform, www.ccme.news, and of course an email shot to CPI Industries' extensive database. So a pretty amazing prize, I think you'll all agree. Also, we would love the winners, as you come up to the stage for this evening, to stay back at the end of the awards ceremony so that we can get that all-important group photo, which again will appear in the special issue of the magazine. Plus, they are not the only winners this evening. Of course, they will be well deserved, but we've also got some raffle prize draws for you for this evening. We have 3 of those. 2 more will be sponsored by Hertz Middle East, and the other one by Queen Elizabeth QE2. They've kindly put a beautiful prize forward this evening for you to win. Now, the raffle draw prize from Hertz Middle East is an iPhone 14 Pro. So by the end of the evening, you'll be able to take some more amazing photographs yourself. And the raffle draw sponsored by the QE2 involves 2 prizes, as I said. The first is a voucher that will entitle the winner to a dinner for 2. I've done that before myself, and I can highly recommend it. It's absolutely beautiful. And the second, even better, is a night stay for 2 adults in the classic room on the ship. They're actually quite large, so you're not squashed into bunk beds. And that will include breakfast as well, which again is absolutely delicious. Either way, you're going to have a fantastic experience on this wonderful boat or ship or liner, I don't know what to call it this evening, but it's very much part of heritage both here in the region, which is now its home, and previously based in the UK, going back and forth across the Atlantic to the US at least once a year. These 2 raffle prizes consist of 3 prizes, as I said, but there is a catch. It's not a hard one. You have to stay until the end of the evening, and if you haven't dropped your business cards already at the registration desk, you need to do that to be declared a winner. And as I said, you need to be physically present, which I don't think is going to be that hard given the wonderful food and company that we have here this evening and such an iconic ship. So if you need to do that, make sure you do that during the dinner break as well, so that you get a chance to get hold of those wonderful prizes. So moving on, we're now going to go to our second category for this evening. This one is Manufacturer Supplier of the Year in the Air Movement and Ventilation space. To give this award away, may I call to the stage Dr. Iyad Al-Atta. He, as you know from previously, is Independent Indoor Air Quality and Air Filtration Consultant from Kuwait and a visiting academic fellow at the School of Aerospace Transport and Manufacturing at Cranfield, based in the UK. So it's pretty appropriate that he's giving away this award. I think he knows what he's talking about when it comes to ventilation. So in this category, again, we've had many people entering, 8 entries, of which only 2 were shortlisted. So we talked about that bar being super high this year. So only 2 achieved the minimum threshold to merit winning the award. So again, it just goes to show how stringent and tough they have been this year. Of the entries received, the shortlisted companies in the category for Manufacturer Supplier of the Year, Air Movement and Ventilation are Leminar Air Conditioning Industries. Big crowd there. And Seal Abeg, Middle East. So we have 2 to choose from 8. We'll keep the suspense going. And the winner is of the Manufacturer Supplier of the Year, Air Movement and Ventilation for 2022 is, she turns the page, Leminar Air Conditioning Industries. Please come and receive that well-deserved prize. Huge congratulations. to your team, family, supporters?
First of all, thanks to all the jury members who have given the right judgment on our documentations. And second thing, as a Laminar or Al-Sharawi, we always focus on the sustainability development, not only the product side, always in the manufacturing and overall holistic development in our manufacturing facilities also. I think that's our key things, where we won the award. Thanks to you.
Well done. So thank you very much for that, and thank you to Dr. Iyad. He's made a fast dash back to his table for a rest. Thank you so much for that, and well done to Laminar. Well, moving on to the next awards category for the evening now, and this one is Manufacturer Supplier of the Year in the Fire and Life Safety. To give this award away, I'd like to call to the stage Mr. Carlos Amaya. He is a Senior Specialist on the Demand Side Management at the Abu Dhabi Department of Energy. Of the entries received this year, 2 were shortlisted for achieving the threshold criteria to merit winning the award. And again, the difference in scores between the 2 was so narrow that again, we are going to declare 2 joint winners. So, in alphabetical order, very importantly, ladies and gentlemen, the first joint winner this evening for this category, Manufacturer Supplier of the Year, Fire and Life Safety 2022 is CVS Systems, the Central Ventilation Systems Company. Your award. As well, as we said, those scores were pretty close, so well done, thank you very much. And we need Mr. Amaya to stay to present the second award. So the second joint winner, according to alphabetical order as we said, the Manufacturer Supplier of the Year in the Fire and Life Safety space is, for 2022, you're going to give me a drum roll? You know this name, Laminar Air Conditioning Industries. Wow, they are going to need a trolley to take home these awards this evening. Don't be shy, come on up. Come up the front, that's absolutely fine. Well done. Congratulations. And Central Ventilation Systems, CVS, would you like to have a quick word? Because I know Laminar spoke just a moment ago.
Good evening, everyone. What a lovely evening. I love such events, quite passionate about especially industry celebrating these events. And Climate Control Awards is definitely very close to my heart. Most of you who know me probably know why. Thank you so much, and thank you to the jury, and congratulations to all the winners. And also good luck to the rest of the contestants. Thank you so much.
Well done, and 2 very high scores in that category, Laminar, well done, and CVS. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the next awards category of the evening is one you probably know well, Innovative Manufacturer or Supplier of the Year in Chillers. To present the award, may I call to the stage Ms. Evie Boustazi. She's a C-level executive from Dubai. And of the entries received, only 1 company was shortlisted. Now, the company in question, though, achieved a noteworthy 74%, which is one of the strongest scores. And if I may add, when compared to the minimum threshold for qualification, was 60%. So only 1, but a very high scoring round. So, ladies and gentlemen, the winner in this category for Innovative Manufacturer or Supplier of the Year in Chillers 2022 is Carrier Middle East Limited.
Frederick and I will get the award because CVS is
So Frederick and Surrender are here to give that award. Mary, congratulations. Would you like a quick word to say thank you?
I'll make it very quick, so thank you very much. We're so proud to be the only nominated for this, for this category, and thanks a lot. Thank you. I think Faisal have summarized it all in the first speech. Thank you. Thanks.
Well done. And if I could ask the winners so far if they wouldn't mind popping around the corner to get some photos, because they want to get some photographs that they can put into the magazine this month for your well-deserved awards so far this evening. Well, now the next category is a manufacturer or supplier of the year in the chilled water system equipment and components, less the chillers section. So to give this award away today, I'd like to be joined on the stage by Mr. Robert Davis. You met him earlier. He's the Operations Director of the Advisory Services here in the Middle East at WSP. And of the entries received in this category, 5 were shortlisted. And as we've learned before, it was a pretty tough competition out there. So the shortlisted companies in this category for manufacturer or supplier of the year for chilled water systems, equipment and components, less those chillers, are Connex Universal from the IBP Group, DC Serve Equipment Trading, Grundfos Gulf Distribution, Hertz Middle East, and finally Petinaroli. So those were the 5 nominees, and the winner is Grundfos Gulf Distribution. They won out of the 5 contenders for this prize, but well done to the runners-up.
Good evening, and it's a lovely evening, and it's really a proud moment for Grundfos. And from Grundfos, I congratulate all the winners and my best wishes for all the nominees. Thank you so much.
Well done. Well deserved. Don't forget your photos around the corner. There we go, well done, you get an extra prize. So moving on now, the next awards category for the evening is District Cooling Utility Provider of the Year. And to give this award away, we have Mr. Raphael Klatt. He is the president of FJ Group. And we have one company that met the threshold criteria for winning the award this year. Thank you for joining me on stage. And the winner in this category for District Cooling Utility Provider of the Year for 2022 is... Oh, they beat me to it. Emaar District Cooling. Congratulations. They're getting pretty quick back there. Well done.
Thank you, jury. It's very nice to hold this. 2022 was very challenging for our organization, and we were successful in commissioning and running first seawater district cooling plant very near to the sensitive receptors. Going forward in 2023, our thrust will be on sustainability and having a ecosystem which can accommodate circular economy. But yes, it is very nice to end the year by holding this. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Congratulations, Emma. Well done, and thank you, Mr. Platt, for presenting that award. Well, the next category this evening, moving on, is the GCC Region Manufacturer of the Year, and this is a special category as it seeks to reward excellence in local manufacturing. Giving this award away is Ms. Onya Halawani. She's the co-founder and co-CEO of GRFN. And of the entries received this year, 4 companies were shortlisted. And in the shortlisted companies category for GCC Region Manufacturer of the Year are Daikin Middle East and Africa, Hera Industries, Kingspan Insulation, and Ream Manufacturing. So 4 contenders, but who is the winner? The winner of this category is Ream Manufacturing. Making some noise on that table, well deserved. And again, if I could ask all winners to get their photos in the foyer, that will be much appreciated. That coveted piece in the Climate Middle East magazine. Well done. Would you like to say a few words?
Thank you very much to everybody. I don't know if people are aware, this is the 4th year we are winning. The last 3 years we won 7 awards, and this is the first for this year. So thank you to everybody, thanks to the jury. This year the entire evaluation process was so unique. You know, we really enjoyed participating in it, and I'm sure all the other ones have also contributed to the same cause of sustainability. So big congratulations to everybody. But as an organization, Ream, the entire workforce, the team behind it, there's a lot of focus on sustainability, and this is one of the major strategic investments in the region, which is going to boost the GCC economy. So thanks to the team behind it, and thanks to all the guys who are there, sitting over there. So a hearty round of applause to all the guys from our side.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful to see so many smiling faces there. Congratulations. Well, we're moving through the categories, but still many, many more to go. As we said, this is a reception. Here is the HVAC Consulting Engineer of the Year Award, and this is given to an individual as opposed to, of course, an organisation. So to give this award away, I'd like to call to the stage Dr. P.R. Ranganathan. He is the Senior General Manager of Sustainability at Sova Reality, to join me on the stage. Thank you for joining us again. And the winner in this category for HVAC Consulting Engineer of the Year is Ibrahim Hassan. He is from Allied Consultants. Congratulations. So lovely to see all these smiles this evening. Very, very well deserved. Not just for the photos. And if you'd like to, Ibrahim, would you like to say a few words?
Thank you very much. I'm truly humbled and honored and quite excited about this recognition. Thank you for the jury for the recognition, and thanks for CPI for organizing such an outstanding event as always. I couldn't have been here without the support from Allied Consultants, my colleagues and my mentors there. Our mission in Allied, and my mission, is to always introduce the most sustainable cooling systems design in the market. Lately we did the most technological seawater industrial cooling plant and implemented many artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques in our design industrial cooling plants. thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ibrahim. Well, again, we are going to be honouring individuals in this next section, and this category is the Young HVAC Consulting Engineer of the Year. And again, as I said, giving to an individual as opposed to an organisation. To give this award away, we would like to call Mr. Sugata Nandi. He is the founder and CEO of 3E Advisory to present this prestigious award. Thank you so much for joining us. Very much appreciated. And the winner in this category for Young HVAC Consulting Engineer of the Year is Uman Philip Tharakan from Filio PM Air Condition and Refrigeration Trading. Making his way down, big smile on his face. Congratulations, very, very well deserved. So Uman is now the Young HVAC Consulting Engineer of the Year. Would you like to say a few words?
Just. Thank you very much, the jury panel, especially Climate Control, for giving this opportunity. Filio PM for giving me an opportunity to showcase my skills. Thank you very much. My heart is still beating. I was thinking if I didn't win, I've got 3 more years to participate. After that, I'm no more a young engineer. Thank you.
Well done. So, again, just a small housekeeping note before I proceed further. Again, if you could request all of you winners to go around, you're all being well behaved now to participate in those photo sessions outside the hall after they've received the award. As per tradition, as we said, the Climate Control Middle East magazine will feature an extensive photo feature on those awards, and all those winners will appear in it, quite rightly so. In addition, just to remind you of what's in store for the raffle, because we need you to stay for this one, because there's some big prizes this evening. It will be conducted by CPI Industry towards the end of the ceremony, and one lucky winner will win a voucher worth more than $12,000 US, and that's for that digital marketing package from Climate Control Middle East magazine, and that will entitle you to a month-long banner presence on its online platform, www.ccme.news if you don't know it, plus an email shot to CPI Industries' extensive database and more. So a pretty interesting prize on offer there. As we said, we need the winners to stay back till the end of the ceremony for that and for the group photos as well, which will appear in the magazine. Those raffle draws, they are open to everyone, and we'll be conducting 2 more. They're sponsored this evening by Hertz and by the QE2 itself. The raffle prize draw from Hertz is that wonderful iPhone 14 Pro. I'm sure a lot of you would love to get your hands on that one. I certainly would. And the raffle prize draw for the QE2 involves the 2 prizes. One is a voucher for dinner here for 2, and the second is that full night stay with breakfast in a classic room on the ship. So you get to experience the history of this wonderful vessel that has been around the world and hosted many, many famous personalities. So you'll need to stay to the end to receive those prizes. If you're not in the room, you're not going to win. So, back to the awards ceremony this evening, and the next one lined up is Manufacturer or Supplier of the Year, and this is for VRF Systems. Giving this award away this evening is Mr. Mansour Karoub. He is the Senior Manager at Katib and Almi. So if you'd like to join me on the stage. Of the entries received, there were 2 shortlisted for this, achieving that threshold for the merit for winning the award. And in a rare occurrence, The two organisers achieved the very same score, and it was pretty high at 78%. So again, we have declared joint winners. So ladies and gentlemen, the first of those joint winners in alphabetical order is for the Manufacturer or Supplier of the Year VRF Systems 2022 is Carrier Middle East Limited. Well done. You've been here before? Third time. Wow. Huge congratulations. So the high standard here this year. Many congratulations, and if I could keep you here on the stage for the second category for Manufacturer Supplier of the Year VRF Systems, the 2022 is Green Manufacturing. They beat me to it again. I love the noisy table down here, not too far to walk. And this prize is being presented by Mr. Karoub, so thank you very much for staying on stage to present this second award. Many congratulations. Thank you. So, still so many awards to come, still many of you excited in there, wondering if you're shortlisted, if you're going to be the winner. And in this category for this evening, it's Manufacturer or Supplier of the Year in the Standalone DX. To give this award away, Mr. Kansami, please come and join us up on the stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and I would like to thank jury and CPI for the award and honor. And as a train, we are committed to provide a green, efficient, environmentally friendly and sustainable solution to our customer. And for that, we have changed our complete product portfolio, and that is helping us to meet our gigaton challenge, which is reducing 1 billion metric ton of carbon emission from customer footprints, and it is equivalent to the 2% of total world emissions. Thank you.
Congratulations once again to Train, and well done. Well, the next category is the Editor's Choice Award. Now, this award recognises and honours those individuals or entities that have evolved HVACR related initiatives and the implementation strategy towards helping those socio-economic development and sustainable development goals of the Middle East region that we've been hearing so much about. Now, this awardee is chosen based on such ideals as vision, collaborative effort, earnestness, and intellectual honesty. So the winners are selected by the editor of Climate Control Middle East magazine in consultation, if necessary, with a technical peer review group and with the consent and approval of the auditing firm Bin Kadam Radha & Co., which, as you know, have moderated the entire awards exercise this year. So this year, the editor has chosen an individual for the coveted award. To give this award away, of course, it would be none other than Mr. Surendra Balakrishnan. He is the editor of the Climate Control Middle East and co-founder and editorial director of CPI Industry. So welcome on board. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the Editor's Choice Award for 2022 is George Barbary, CEO DC Pro Engineering. Well done, George. They haven't finished with it yet. They want lots of photos for that magazine spread. And we would love you too.
It's just another house that I want to share with you. At my last chapter of my career, 37 years probably of work, and you know me, I've been very lonely in my career in the decisions that I took, and I led this industry to directions which I dreamt that it happened. Now, the house put me as a fresh graduate. Here, I acted as an integrator, not as a designer. I integrated many new technologies, new to me, new to many of you. This is the first geothermal systems in the area. The swimming pool you see today is probably the only one that is heated by geothermal in the world. Why? Because we are blessed that our geothermal energy is at 31, 32 degrees, which is perfect to heat a pool. At one day, it consumes 700 kilowatt hour of heat, while the house was consuming 70 kilowatt of electricity. So you can imagine how much a swimming pool here. And what I learned that the heating in this country for a pool is 3 times more than the cooling. People think it's only cooling, but really it's heating dominant. Now, I also dreamt to achieve 60 square meter per ton. When I started my career, we're talking about 12 and 15. This house really amazed me and achieved 80 kilowatt. It is for the super insulation that have half the U value of Dubai municipality. It also, if you see the rolling shutter, when they close, they cut 80% of the solar energy. And for you to know, glass in this country passes 13 to 15 times more energy than walls. So it's very important to control that. And the double fresh air heat recovery system that ventilates the house and save energy. This is the plant room. Everyone is amazed when he come and see it. It is the first residential project in the world that has SCADA and industrial automation and control and reporting, 40 points of electric measurements, 7 points of thermal measurement, and 7 points of water measurement. And nobody before has gone into that depth of measurement. And I shared that with you. It's in the magazine, on LinkedIn also, the measurement results that are wealth to our industry. And anybody that has need these more information and more detail, I'm open. And this house is supposed to be for knowledge sharing rather than any glory or personal achievement there. While doing it, first time I apply radiant cooling, first time I apply geothermal, I made like 6-7 mistakes. And it's nice to do them and correct them and fix them as and there's no end to this portion. And above all, I mean, my wife helped me in the interior. I have to wake her at 9 a.m. She used to work before at 8. When you close the rolling shutters, there's no light that enter, there's no sound that enter. We have radiant cooling, there's no draft, no noise from inside. I have friends that visited me and told me, we haven't slept like that for 30 years. So yes, it is the energy efficiency and it's important, but the level of comfort is unprecedented. It's not only achieving that, definition of energy efficiency is that how you don't compromise personal comfort. And the house, while achieving excellent results in terms of energy performance, also gave us unprecedented comfort inside. And for a 1,000 square meter house, typically you pay 100,000 dirham electricity and water bill. It has grey water recycling also. And this house consumes 25,000 dirham. We are adding a bit more solar to the house now, and probably that will bring it down under 18,000 a year, which is good for my age when I retire and I don't have income, that my energy bill is small. Thank you very much, Climate Control, and I wish that all of you build better than this house, especially the young generation. This is a role model for you. Please go and build better for our Earth's sake. Thank you.
Thank you very much, well deserved, and quite an inspiration there for everyone in the room, as you said, for the younger generation, and that spirit of cooperation that underlines this community that's here today and the advances that are going to be made. So very much congratulations to George on many fronts there. I would now, with that, like to press pause on the awards for this moment in time, as we're going to have dinner served shortly. But don't go away after you finish your main course and dessert, though. For on the other side of dinner, of course, we have yet more trophies to give away. And, of course, there's many exciting surprises, not least in those raffle draws this evening. In the meantime, though, I hope you enjoy your meal to the accompaniment of some more live entertainment by the father and daughter duo of Celine Payet and Frederick Payet, the co-founder and commercial and music director of CPI Industry. But before we get down to that entertainment and that lovely food, on the basis of what George was just saying there, we've got a thought-provoking message from one of our leading global experts on climate change adaptation. He's got a few words to say. And being aware that the HVACR industry is hard at work to help mitigate climate change, but here is someone that's going to speak to us who believes that we need to as much look at climate adaptation, and that the two have a synergistic role to play in our response to climate change. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be playing a recording by Dr. Salim Khan, who's contributed so much to this field whilst at the Indian Institute of Technology and at Columbia University, where he worked as a postdoctoral fellow as a Fulbright scholar, at the renowned MS Swaminathan Foundation in India, and at NASA as well. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you a recording by Dr. Salim Khan.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening. Thank you for your time and for this opportunity to speak to you on the topic of climate adaptation. My name is Salim Khan, and I hold a PhD in climate adaptation science and accomplished my postdoctoral research on the subject of climate services and sustainability. I did my postdoctoral work as a fellow from the Indian Institute of Technology Madras, IIT Madras, and as a Fulbright scholar at the Earth Institute of Columbia University, University of New York. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in the era of one of the mounting challenges humanity will ever face in the 20th century: climate change. Heat waves, droughts, wildfires, rising sea levels, floods, powerful sand and dust storms are among the extreme weather events the globe is experiencing on a scale never before seen. It is alarming that we must take immediate action to fulfill the Paris Agreement's promise of marching towards a low-carbon future. It is wonderful to speak to you all, particularly the oldies, for the remarkable contribution towards reducing the emission of greenhouse gases through manufacturing energy-efficient, environmentally friendly, and sustainable chillers, refrigerators, water heaters, and more. I am thankful to CPI industry for providing me with this opportunity to highlight my work broadly in the context of climate adaptation services. While many of you work with machineries to control indoor and outdoor climate, I work more on nature-based solutions to address the challenges of climate change. If you remember, on December 26, 2004, a killer tsunami struck the coast of the many Asian countries. Now, there was one great natural force that stood up against these giant waves and saved millions of lives. And that natural defense force is mangrove vegetation. Mangroves are a type of vegetation that thrive in the coastal region. They act as a protective barrier against high tides. They anchor themselves deep in the soil. In effect, they act as a buoyant shield to safeguard lives, properties, infrastructures, and many other resources in the coastal regions. Unfortunately, mangroves are under threat due to climate change and induced sea level, together with rapid urbanization. My research work involves studying, assessing, and analyzing the impact of rising sea level on mangroves and finding ways to enhance the adaptive capacity of mangroves to sea levels. As a matter of fact, during the recently concluded COP27 in Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, the government of the United Arab Emirates pledged to implement the Blue Carbon Project by planting 30 million mangrove seedlings across its coast, thus aiming not only to protect the coast from sea level rise, but also to capture carbon, since mangroves have significant carbon sequestration potential. It is indeed an honor for me to represent adaptation in a forum like this that talks so much about mitigation and express the possibilities of finding synergies to integrate both adaptation and mitigation to fix the climate change challenges. I take this opportunity to congratulate all the award winners of this meeting, and I am thankful to the entire team at CPI Industry for providing me with this opportunity of being able to address you. Thank you everyone. Have a great night.
Lovely to hear there from Dr. Salim. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to now welcome to the stage Frederick Payet, the co-founder and commercial director, to give his address this evening. Frederick?
Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Marhaba, good evening and bonsoir. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, dear friends, welcome on board to this edition of the Climate Control Awards, the Oscars of the HVACR industry. And by the way, Surrender, I would like to tell you that it was quite a surprise to see me on the screen with that strange photo. But I would also like to add that we were actually winning, okay? Otherwise I wouldn't be smiling that much. By the way, unfortunately, I cannot fire you, but we'll have a chat afterwards. So, as the Fantastics indeed sang in that musical introduction, tonight we are delighted to bring you something old indeed in the shape of that iconic ship that we are on, as well as something new, a different awards program as has been already highlighted. With mostly brand new set of judges and to whom we are deeply thankful to have given their time in selecting the best in breed of our industry. This is my favorite event of the year because obviously we get to recognize the best in breed, but also my least favorite because unfortunately I do not have the time to greet personally every one of you, but please be welcome. I would also like to express very special thanks to
Bin Hadim Hada and Co. for monitoring the awards process. Our sponsors, of course, our MC, thank you very much, Sarah. All our international guests from the USA, from all over the place, for being here tonight. And of course, all the participants who make this event possible. This year we have broken yet another record in terms of number of entries and participating companies, by the way, which makes it the most competitive edition ever. So if you indeed are a trophy winner tonight, you can be immensely proud of yourselves. And if you are not, do not give up. As Benjamin Franklin famously said, energy and persistence conquers all things. So please join me in extending a very warm round of applause to all participants. And also please allow me to quickly run you through our upcoming initiatives and calendar events for 2023. After a pause due to the pandemic, January will see our popular desktop climate control calendar published again, listing all international industry events. We shall also be organizing events in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, namely the Climate Control Conference, Food Chain, our Refrigeration Conference, Food Safety, and the 8th edition of DC Dialogue, our District Cooling Conference, in Riyadh on October the 11th. We are also planning to host the 7th edition of the World IQ Forum in Toronto, Canada on the 3rd of May. On the 15th of November, we shall be launching a new concept event called Net Zero Conference, which will detail strategies for companies and help them on how they can achieve indeed, and George could be an excellent mentor, of course, to achieve their net zero targets. And the year will conclude again with the 13th edition of the Climate Control Awards in December, with Trox as our gold sponsor so far. Our 2023 calendar of events is still a work in progress. Please visit our website regularly for full details and subscribe to our e-newsletters as well. So, if you have not already done so, please make sure to visit our stand as well, number 4E173 at the Big 5 HBSCR show, for which we are also headline HBSCR media partner. So please make sure you pick up the December issue of the magazine and the 2023 edition of the Climate Control Directory, in which more than 730 suppliers have listed themselves. It will also be distributed all year round at all major HBSCR events worldwide. But without further ado, now is the time to extend our warmest thanks to all our sponsors tonight for their generous support, without which this event would not happen. Please join me in a huge round of applause for our silver sponsors, Leminar Global and RIM. Our bronze sponsors, AG Engineering, Dalkia EDF Group, Fawaz Trading and Engineering Services Companies, along with Müller Industries and Silabek. Our category sponsor, ladies and gentlemen, FJ Group. Our associate sponsors, Al Hadara Consulting and Engineering, Voltas. Our raffle sponsor, Hertz. Our sustainability partner, Consistent Engineering Consultants. Our strategic knowledge partner, 3 Advisory, and strategic HBSCR recruitment partner, CarriersBay.com. And of course, this lovely iconic venue, the QE2, for their generous contributions. Again, a round of applause for all of them, please. I would also naturally like to thank the Climate Control Awards organizing committee for their fantastic efforts in making this event possible. They skipped a few sleep cycles to overcome technical glitches and made many sacrifices to make sure this evening went well. I would like to recognize Chris Lopez, Dovin Pani, Iftekhar Ahmed Sayed, Namata Azwani, and Ranjana Konat. On the final note, since, as you may be aware, there is currently a small competition called the FIFA World Cup happening at the moment. By the way, you can also pick up our free world planner from our stand at the Big Five show, sponsored by Maxell and FinPower. And by the way, we have a few English friends among us tonight. I have a special message, as we are, I believe, indeed meeting on Saturday. So you may not be aware, and you may even think that we are on British property on the ship. Well, we are not. It was actually acquired by the French and managed by the French Accor group of hotels. The chef is also French, so it may be a sign indeed, who knows. Furthermore, our French team enjoys a very strong sponsor who is even here tonight, and we have to salute their great marketing opportunism. You see, the French team in France is called Équipe de France, okay? Also known as EDF. Okay, what a coincidence. What an amazing acronym. And so this could be signs indeed, who knows? And by the way, what could make the difference maybe on Saturday against England? Well, we have Hugo Lloris in the goals, who plays in the same teams as Harry Kane. Sorry, a slip of the tongue. Harry Kane. So he knows all his tricks already, right? So we'll see. And we don't need to think also it's coming on, because the cup is still at home. And may it remain there, okay? And also we have two amazing attackers. We have Mbappe and Pelé. So how about that? Anyway, so in the meantime, please enjoy the rest of the evening, and best of luck to all participants. Thank you, and bonsoir. Bon appétit.
Thank you.
are hopefully under your seats. Enjoy and best of luck. Let's do it. More comfort when you're Thank you. Now I will bring again on stage Celine, please, who's actually launching a new song today, I believe. So there we go.
All over my shoes.
To present this award, I'd like to call Mr. Gurdish Singh Sabharwal, Regional Director of Engineering at the Oberoi Hotels and Resorts, to join me on stage. Hope you finished your dinner. Thank you very much for joining me. And 2 companies were shortlisted in this category and they did extremely well. But one of them was a clear winner with an 82% score, which by the way was one of the highest scores achieved in this year's awards. So the shortlisted companies in the category Manufacturer Supplier of the Year water heaters are Ream Manufacturing and Weissman Middle East. They're not here, so I'm going to have a round of applause. And the winner in this category is Ream Manufacturing. Congratulations. Don't forget all you other winners out there as well to get your photo so that you appear in the Climate Middle East special on the awards edition. Well done. Thank you, Mr. Sabharwal, for doing the honours this evening. Well, moving on to the next category, HVACR Accessories Manufacturer or Supplier of the Year. To give this award away, we have Mr. Rehan Shahid. He is Director of P&T Architects and Engineers Limited. And the entries received for this were shortlisted down to 3. And those companies are Fawaz Trading and Engineering Services Company. I think they're sat down here at the front. Kinetics Middle East LLC. And Laminar Air Conditioning Company. And the winner is... I don't even need to say it. Laminar Air Conditioning. We're going to make you work off your dinner. Lots of calories out there today. Back and forth. Well done. But a very competitive field there with Fawaz Trading and Kinetics Middle East as well. So thank you Shahid and thank you to Laminar for joining us. So, moving on to Project of the Year New Construction. IEQ, which is healthcare, academic, hospitality, commercial and residential sectors. To give this award away, we have Mr. Segar Kulkarni. He is Managing Director of Consistent Engineering Consultants. So come on down to the stage. Pulls you away from your dinner there. Thank you for joining us. And there was just one company shortlisted in this category. But they worked really hard, and the winner in this category is, for Project of the Year, New Construction, Sohar Construction. Sorry, they're beating me. They're going super quick. Come and join us. Sohar Construction's the winner of Project of the Year, New Construction. Lovely to see the whole team up on stage, well deserved, lots of big smiles. Wonderful. And if you'd like to say a few words, please feel free.
Thank you so much, jury, and also in particular all the participant award winners here. We thank you all for actually contributing for our success. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much and many, many congratulations. The next category is one that you've heard of before, Commissioning and Recommissioning Company of the Year Award, and it's a very, very important award for the reasons that we've heard before about some of the older businesses. And to give this award away today, I'm going to call to the stage Dr. Iyad again. If you could join me, Dr. Iyad Al-Atta, independent IAQ and air filtration consultant. We're getting our money's worth. He's flown all the way in. And he is going to preside over the two companies that were shortlisted for this category, and they were AESG and Alpin Limited. And the winner for this category for Commissioning or Recommissioning Company of the Year is AESG. Please come and receive your award. To the IoT Integration Initiative of the Year, which is our next category to be awarded. And I know Evie isn't here, so I'm not sure who, maybe Surendra would like to come up and present this award. I'm happy to do it. Thank you. So good to see you behind the bright lights. So Surendra's joining us here. For the three companies that have been shortlisted in this category, out of the many that applied, and the three nominees are Armstrong Fluid Technology, Carrier Middle East Limited, and Taka Solutions. And out of these three, who is the winner? For IoT Integration Initiative of the Year 2022, the winner is Carrier Middle East. Another big win for them this evening. Is for MEP Consultant of the Year, but it's in the small projects area, which is less than 30 million dirhams. Mr. Krishnan Uni Mazafil, the Chartered Accountant and Audit Partner at Bin Kadim Raha and Company, is going to join me to give this prestigious award away. As you know, they're the auditing firm that have monitored the entire awards process here this evening. So if Mr. Krishnan is around, to present this award. If not, Surendra. Fred. There we go. I'll let you finish your supper, Fred. You're a busy man. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner in this category for MEP Consultant of the Year for the small projects less than 30 million is Silcom Legion Consulting Engineers. From the back of the room, lots of photos. Please come and join us on the stage, and very, very well done. engineers, winners of the MEP Consultant of the Year for Small Projects. Let's have the whole team, come on. This is what we like. All the people involved in making this award a reality. Very, very well done. Well done, team. So we're going to stay in the same category, but of course the size goes up of the project. So MEP Consultants of the Year, but this time within the mid-sized projects, and that's from 30 to 100 million dirhams. To give this award away, Dr. Jagannathan is joining me on the stage. You've met him before, but if you've forgotten, he is the Senior General Manager of Sustainability at Shobha Reality, so thank you for joining me again on the stage. And we are going straight to the winner. So the winner in this MEP Consultant of the Year for 30 to 100 million projects is ENC Architects. Come and join us from the back of the room. Building and Ego. Bring the whole table up, come on. That's what we like to see. And if you'd like to say a few words.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks to CPI for organizing such a wonderful event and giving us an opportunity to participate. We, PNC Architects, I'm not sure how many of you know us, we are the in-house design consultants for Shobha Reality. By winning this award, we really have the motivation now and the validation that we had been in the right path towards sustainability and a real motivation to go further in the lines to enhance it and do better in the field of sustainability, innovation, and also being socially responsible. Thank you once again.
Such lovely words there, and very much in the spirit of what we've heard this evening, is that inspiration, whether you're a runner-up or you're just moving towards being on the list, to go further and eventually win that well-deserved award. So the next category is MEP Contractor of the Year Small Projects that are less than 30 million. To give this award away, I'd like to invite Mr. Imran Sheikh. He is Head of Mechanical at Rambol, to give this particular award away. And again, we have one nominee in this category. Sorry, a lot of you just getting comfy, having your dinner. Thanks, Imran, for joining us today on stage. And for the MEP Contractor of the Year for small projects that are less than 30 million, the winner is Veristar Building Contracting. Big smile. Well done. Fabulous. Veristar Building Contracting winning MEP Contractor of the Year for small projects. Super well done. Would you like to say a few words? Okay. So congratulations once again and well done. So now we're going the other end of the scale. We're going to the large projects which are in excess of 100 million for the MEP Contractor of the Year. Mr. Gurdish Singh Sabharwal, the Regional Director of Oberoi of Hotels and Resorts, is going to join me again to give this particular award away. And we have two companies listed in this particular category. And the two companies listed are AG Engineering And Voltas Limited. Woo! And the winner of this category is, for large projects in excess of 100 million dirhams, is AG Engineering. Come on team, everyone can come. If you want to all come, that's absolutely fine. Congratulations. Well done. Would you like to say a few words?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to thank CPI Industry and the jury for the recognition, and I dedicate this award to all my team who's sitting there. Thank you very much.
Well done. We all know it's about the all-important teamwork. None of these awards this evening are won by one person alone, apart from the individual awards, of course, but even then, big thanks to the teams that surround them. Next category is ESCO of the Year, or ESCO of the Year, and presenting this is Omnia Halawani, the co-founder and co-CEO of GRFN. She's no stranger to the stage, we had her up here earlier for her much deserved award as well. And this time we have 4 companies that have been shortlisted into this category. The 4 nominees are, for ESCO of the Year, Dalkia US Chiller Services, Johnson's Controls, Siemens Industrial, and Taka Solutions. Oh, the other way around. Now again, apparently there was a very incredibly close race between 2 of the companies on this list with very little to separate them. So the jury again has monitored this process and has agreed that 2 companies need to be declared the joint winners because they were so close. So we're going to do this in alphabetical order to be fair. So the first winner for category for ESCO of the Year for 2022 is Dalkia US Chiller Services. And receive your award, Ms. Halawani. We need more of you on the stage. Don't be shy. Everybody, there's plenty of room. I won't make you make a speech if you don't want to. Well done, Dalkia US Chiller Services. They are winning the first of 2 winners of the category ESCO of the Year. And don't forget your photos on the outside as well for that special edition of Climate Control Middle East. Please, if you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you. So I wanted to thank the jury, of course, CPI, and of course the Dalkia team. So maybe you don't know who is Dalkia. Dalkia is part of EDF. It's not the Équipe de France, you know, the French team. It's Électricité de France. It's a French group. And actually in the Middle East for the last 5 years, the group EDF with this partner has been awarded for more than 5 billion USD projects. We are doing, for example, the Al Dhafra solar project, which is 2 gigawatt. We have been awarded a submarine cable with ADNOC. So the group EDF is present in the region. Dalkia is the service branch of EDF, and we are working in 3 main activities: energy efficiency, so ESCOs, and we have been awarded several projects in Saudi and UAE. We do as well operation and maintenance. Recently, Dalkia has bought the company US Chiller, which is now part of our activity and named Dalkia US Chiller. And we do as well district cooling activities, and we are expanding a lot in this sector. We have been awarded recently MISC project, which is the first non-profit city in the world in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. thank you to all of you, and have a nice evening. Thank you.
So, of course, we have a second joint winner as well, and in the category of ESCO of the Year for 2022. Also a winner is Johnson Controls. Where are you in the room? Come and join us on the stage. Omnia has this beautiful trophy waiting for you. Very well deserved. And plastic, would you like to say anything?
I know it's late in the evening, so just to thank you word for CPI. Thanks a lot for a great evening, and also for the jury for the efforts and time in evaluating the proposals. Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's Johnson Controls. So the two winners, Dalkia US Chiller Services and Johnson Controls, for this award of ESCO of the Year. We're now going to move on to another category, and this one is Manufacturer Supplier of the Year in the Refrigeration Equipment Compressors section. Presenting this award is Mr. Rehan Shahid, Director of P&T Architects, who won their own prize just a short moment ago. And we have one nominee in this section, as we know, very, very stringent conditions for the judging this year. So the winner, the Manufacturer Supplier of the Year Refrigeration Equipment Compressors is Farwas Trading and Engineering Services Company. Here they are at the front, not too far to walk. If you all want to come up, we don't mind. There's plenty of room on this stage for all the winners of the team. Welcome to Farwas. If you'd like to say a few words.
Good evening. Thank you CPI, for organizing such an event where we get to meet likewise industry professionals, and thank you the team for putting in all the efforts. Cheers to all of you. Good night.
Well done to Farwas there. So the next category is Manufacturer Supplier of the Year Refrigeration and Insulation in this particular category. Again, there was one nominee. Unfortunately, they can't be here this evening, but the winner for the 2022 Manufacturer Supplier of the Year for Refrigeration Insulation is Weissman Middle East. As you said, unfortunately, due to unavoidable circumstances, they can't be with us today, but we will be presenting that trophy to them at a later date. So many, many congratulations to Weissman on that. Flash balls. Let's move on now, well done, to the second raffle draw of the evening. And this one's sponsored by Hertz Middle East. And as we mentioned at the beginning of proceedings, this is the iPhone 14 Pro. So a really good opportunity to win a prize that you could indeed unpack out of the box and use this evening. Giving this prize away, he's going to be Mr. Popular, or even Mr. More Popular, is Mr. Vijay Dehutali from Hertz Middle East, who is the raffle sponsor for this ceremony. He's fighting his way through the crowds. Vijay's going to join me. You're going to be very, very popular with this prize as well. I want one. So we have to pick a business card out, close your eyes. And Namrata is looking away as she picks that card. We have a winner, and the winner is Asra Hussain, Sustainability Engineer at Golden Sands Hotel. Asra. Oh yeah. Thank you, Mr. Ditali, for that wonderful prize and that taking place today. So, we are now going to the third raffle of the evening, and now we have a chance to stay a little longer on the QE2, either for dinner or for an overnight stay with breakfast. So to give these vouchers away, may I call to the stage a representative from the QE2, Avinash. Please welcome to the stage. Very generous prize indeed. And we shall take a card out of there. And this one is for the dinner for two on the QE2. Oh, they're very, very lucky. That's the company, Dakin. But who is it? Mehmet Gungur from Dakin. Are you in the room? Think so? Put your hand up, run towards us. Otherwise, we're fast and furious here. We will move on to the next business card. Is Mehmet Gungur here from Dakin? I'm going to count to three. If he's left the room, we're going to have to go to the next card. A little bit longer? No, we're going to move on. Okay, next card, please. We're strict here. No hanging about. This is for the meal for two. And this is Joe Rapai from Danfoss. Joe, are you in the room for this meal for two on the QE2? I think I can see him running down the middle there. Is that you, Joe? Give me a wave. Fabulous. What a prize. A meal for two on this historic ship that was in service for over 40 years.
Thank you.
I'm going to keep you on the stage because I think we have one more raffle. And this one is to stay overnight in a classic room, and you get a sumptuous breakfast in the morning. I love that you're being very secretive, aren't you? Not even peeking. This one goes to, if they're in the room, Amar Abed from Ventum. Are you here to win the prize of a night on the QE2? Here he comes, smiling. You're going to be Mr. Popular. Well done. Amar coming to get that great prize. Well done, gentlemen, yes. And a huge thank you to the management here at the QE2 for those wonderful prizes and representing the ship, giving those prizes away today. We're taking the hard evidence. I like that. Okay. And the CPI also wishes to take the opportunity to thank the QE2 management and team for not just those prizes, but the wonderful hospitality and service that I think you'll agree that we've received this evening in terms of the lovely food and the attention to detail. Well, on that note, it's been an absolute pleasure from my side to be with you here this evening, and I do look forward to seeing you again. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. And I'd like to call to the stage all the winners for the grand finale, which is one of our delightful traditions of the Climate Controls Awards. So all of you that won a prize this evening, if you would like to come up for the group shot. The photographers are ready, the flash bulbs are ready, and then you can finish your dessert. Bring one of you, all of you, we don't mind.